Have you ever thought about what if the NFL decided not just to draft college players in the NFL draft, but the entire roster was up for free agency? Today, we're going to see what happens when teams can pick whoever they want. Before we jump into the video, though, let me introduce myself and introduce this series. My name is Ryan the Hage from the Hive, and this is the What If series. When it comes to this series, we are picking scenarios and kind of visiting that alternate universe. During this series, I will not be playing full games. It won't be a playthrough or a regular franchise mode. It is more of a cinematic look at the games you get to see because I will not be playing every single game. In fact, I will be simulating a lot of it to keep the results fair. Today, I'll be playing as the Philadelphia Eagles with their brand new team. And look, teams might draft players that are on their real life squad, and I can't help that because I'm simulating the fantasy draft, but no team is going to be the exact same as it is in real life. So let's see if a team who is ranked pretty low in real life makes it to the Super Bowl. Let's see if an absolute juggernaut in the NFL becomes last on the ladder. I guess we'll have to see what happens. Let's get it rocking. The 2025 NFL Draft may be complete, but in this alternate universe, it's not just college players that are free agents. It is the entire NFL roster. With the new rosters being drafted, we are headed in to our first game of the season. It is the new look Philadelphia Eagles versus the new look Green Bay Packers right here in Brazil. Both of these teams want to be at the top of the NFC heading into the Super Bowl. But who's going to make it there? Let's see. While this first game ends up being a high-scoring affair and an absolute dogfight between these two NFC teams, there is only one real highlight of this game, and it is that man on your screen right now, Mr. Saquon Barkley. This man had multiple big runs, multiple touchdowns, not only on the ground, but also catching those air balls, burning every defender. Defense just couldn't stop him. But tell you what, that Eagles defense is stopping CJ Stroud from making those big plays. You got the Packers running it in for a touchdown. Then you got Saquon Barkley running almost the entire length of the field to take it to the house. CJ Stroud lining up an interception to seal the fate of the Green Bay Packers in not only the first game of the season, but what I want to call the Saquon game. Is this the start of the Eagles' dominant run, or just a lucky first game? Guess we'll have to see. Let's have a quick look at who is leading the top performers right now in passing yards. You got Jalen Hurts, rushing yards, Saquon Barkley, receiving yards, you got Myers. Sacks, you got Lawrence. Interceptions, you got Mosley. And in tackles, you have Cashman. Now let's go on to our next game, which is a rivalry game for the Philadelphia Eagles. You got the Eagles versus the Giants. In this game right here, you have two NFC East teams who won that NFC East title. But which team's going to come out on top today? Straight away, you have the Eagles defense just absolutely feasting on Anthony Richardson here, including a forced fumble, which set up Saquon Barkley for this running touchdown already. He's really showing off for those Giants fans. No love lost there. Once again, you have the Eagles defense stopping any sort of offense from these Giants, setting up another Saquon Barkley touchdown, this time a catching touchdown. Anthony Richardson going for a run and once again taken down, and another forced fumble from Anthony Richardson. Geno Smith airing that ball out to Tyler Lockett, running it in for a touchdown. Anthony Richardson taken down once again. The Giants really need to clean this up if they want to make it anywhere. 49-17 is the final score of this game, and there's no shock after that defensive performance by the Eagles. For the mid-season top performers, you got Jared Goff as the passing yards leader, Derrick Henry taking over for Saquon Barkley in rushing yards, and Cooper Kupp at the top of the list for receiving yards. You got Crosby, number 1 for sacks, Humphrey, number 1 for interceptions, and Pace Jr., number 1 in tackles. Jumping ahead now, we're in the playoffs. AFC's number 1 seed is the Raiders. The NFC number 1 seed is the Green Bay Packers. And the Philadelphia Eagles are the number 2 seed. Let's see how all the other teams fared in their playoff games. You got the Dallas Cowboys led by Baker Mayfield defeating JJ McCarthy's Falcons. Damn, maybe next year, kid. You got the Texans defeating the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs may not be going back to the Super Bowl this year, but there's a chance that Patrick Mahomes may take the Texans to a Super Bowl. You have the Carolina Panthers led by passing leader Jared Goff defeating the Cardinals. What an upset. Jared Goff at the top of his game. Joe Burrow taking the Patriots to the divisional round with a big win over the Miami Dolphins. Mike McDaniel's got to be real sad about that one. You got the Chargers over the Steelers 17-10. Quarterback Lamar Jackson putting on an absolute clinic in this game, doing what he needs to do to go to the next round. Next game is the Eagles versus the Buccaneers. What a game this is going to be. Starting off this game, you already know what's happening. Saquon with the spin move and in for the touchdown. You got Reynolds with the big catch in the back of the end zone. You got Douglas in for the Buccaneers. This game came straight out the gate. Got Geno Smith running in for a touchdown. And here we go, the defense taking down Jalen Hurts once, taking down Jalen Hurts twice. But the Buccaneers, they got their measure of revenge there, taking down Geno Smith and giving it to Cooper Kupp for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley juking his way into the end zone, 63-42. The Eagles are on to the divisional round. Finally, with the revenge over the Buccaneers. Patrick Mahomes keeping his Super Bowl dreams alive with the Texans beating the Patriots. Got to be gut-wrenching for the Patriots there. You have the Carolina Panthers defeating the number 1 seed in the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field. Jared Goff might be taking this team all the way. Let's see who they're versing in the NFC Championship. The Cowboys or the Eagles? 2 NFC Giants face off here as Baker Mayfield gets sacked to start the game. Warner getting down Baker Mayfield once again. Tackle for loss. The Eagles defense just on beast mode right now. And there is an interception sealing that defensive play. Big pass to Kraft, and does he get it? No, stopped at the 1-yard line, but you know, the safe bet, Saquon Barkley in for the touchdown. And he is just making the most of every minute that he's got. Warner with another tackle for loss for this defense. This defense is eaten, and Geno Smith sending that ball down the field to Tyler Lockett with a big gain of yards. Little pass off to Saquon Barkley, and he takes it in for his second touchdown of the game. Baker Mayfield has to do something quick, and he does, getting it to his wide receiver, and his taking it down the field, and he gets into the end zone for the Cowboys' first points of the game. You got Avonte Maddox taking that kickoff, and he's through the special teams line. He's going. Can he go all the way? Can he go all the way? And he does. Another sack by the Eagles defense. They are eating, and they will not stop. Geno Smith panicking, and he throws an interception to Rodriguez. Rodriguez is taking it all the way down the field. Can he take it to the house? No, he can't. The Eagles defense stops him. Defensive save there by the Cowboys. Baker Mayfield throws a beautiful pass to Parker Washington, but it's not enough. The Eagles defeat their rivals, the Dallas Cowboys, 45-24, and they are on to the NFC Championship against the Carolina Panthers. It is now time for the AFC Championship game. Patrick Mahomes versus Russell Wilson. Mahomes hyping up his team there, Russell Wilson breaking down his team. And the Raiders have beaten the Texans. Russell Wilson has beaten Patrick Mahomes. The Mahomes dream is over, and Russell Wilson and his Raiders are going to Super Bowl 59. Here we go. The NFC Championship. Jared Goff, Geno Smith. Who is facing the Raiders in Super Bowl 59? The Eagles at home here at Lincoln Financial Field. This is going to be one hell of a game. We are going to start this game off with an absolute bang, and by bang I mean a big hit to Jared Goff and a fumble recovered by the Eagles, given to Saquon Barkley, who definitely picks up some yards and gets that first touchdown. First points on the board to the Eagles. Big pass by Jared Goff, and it goes nowhere. Another pass by Jared Goff. He's moving the chains now. He's getting it working. He's getting it done. Passed off to his running back, and it's fumbled again, recovered again by the Eagles. Not a great start for the Panthers. Big pass to Lockett by Geno Smith. Handed off to Saquon Barkley for another big run. Moving those chains once again. Geno Smith escaping the pocket, looking to take it himself. Jared Goff looking to hit back. He passes it to Patrick, and he gets inbounds. Goff with another pass, and it's intercepted by the Eagles. Here we go. Ashton Jeanty coming in for Saquon Barkley, who suffered an injury, and he's making up all the lost time. This is one of the strongest running back rooms in the league. Jeanty making the most of his opportunity. Geno Smith throws an interception in the end zone. And oh my God, he's taking it. Can he take it all the way? There's not an offensive player in sight, and he does. The first points on the board for the Carolina Panthers. Geno Smith looking to gain some yards here to put some more points on the board. And Shaheed takes it to the 1 yard line, where Geno Smith will now run the QB sneak to put some more points on the board, furthering that lead. Big rocket pass down, and it's intercepted again. This is Geno Smith's worst game so far. Jared Goff wants to make him pay for that, and he's going to, as he throws a beautiful touchdown pass to Pat. Jared Goff with the ball again, and another touchdown to Patrick, but it just wasn't enough. 49-24, your Philadelphia Eagles are the NFC champions. Jared Goff and the Panthers had one hell of a season, and they should not be ashamed. The Philadelphia Eagles versus the Raiders in Super Bowl 59. Right now we got the end of year awards. Jalen Hurts being announced as MVP, with Jaden Daniels coming a close second. Coach of the year goes to Packers Matt LaFleur. Amon-Ra St. Brown is the Offensive Player of the Year for the AFC. Defensive Player of the Year goes to TJ Watt. NFC's Offensive Player of the Year goes to, of course, Saquon Barkley. Nick Bosa is the Defensive Player of the Year. And for the final time in this episode, let's look at the top performers. We have Jared Goff in the pass yards, Derrick Henry in the rushing yards, and in the receiving yards, we have Cooper Kupp. In sacks, we have Smith, interceptions Reed, and tackles Wilson. And here we go, the game that everyone has been looking forward to, the Raiders versus the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 59. Which one of these teams is taking home that beautiful Lombardi trophy? Is it these guys, the Las Vegas Raiders? Can they win the big one? Or will it be the Philadelphia Eagles, who have been on an absolute roll defensively and offensively this season? This could be anyone's game, and I know there's going to be a dogfight with neither team letting up. We're starting off this game with a handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs, and it goes nowhere. Here we go, another pass off to Jahmyr Gibbs, and once again, only a few yards this time. A big pass from Geno Smith to Saquon Barkley. And now a pass off to Shakir, and will this be? Yes, it is. It is the first points of this Super Bowl. Russell Wilson sacked. Handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs, and once again, Jahmyr Gibbs getting absolutely nowhere but a big pass. And they move the chains. Can the Raiders get in? No, they can't. Not there. Sacked. Jahmyr Gibbs getting tackled again with no yards. The Eagles have held the Raiders to 3. Here we go. Intercepted. Intercepted. Russell Wilson has been intercepted, and that is exactly what the Philadelphia Eagles needed. Big pass to Kraft, getting some big yards there. And another pass to Kraft, and it is a touchdown. He has been an absolute gun this season. Russell Wilson with a pass to Devontae Adams, and that moves the chains. What's going to happen here? Jahmyr Gibbs once again stopped. They're going to need to change their game plan here, and that's what they're doing. Russell Wilson taking it with his legs, moving the chains. Big pass. And there we go. That's exactly what they needed. First point on the board for the Las Vegas Raiders. But here we go, past to Lockett. Right back from the Eagles. And another touchdown by the Raiders. This is, as I said, an absolute dogfight. Saquon Barkley running it up the side. More points for the Philadelphia Eagles. Saquon was injured last game and he's back with a vengeance. Big pass to the tight end, and he just made a mockery of the Eagles defense there. Raiders touchdown. Here we go. Sacked on the 1 yard line. How is Russell Wilson going to get himself out of this one? Is he going to be able to? Big pass. And he did it. He kept it. He got it out of bounds. Here we go, Russell Wilson. Is he going to get sacked here? He's got time. He got it. Complete pass. Can he get a touchdown here? Oh, he's going for everything. And it's caught. The Raiders have caught it. But was it enough to win this game? No, it wasn't. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champions once again. What a game. What a season for both of these teams. Nick Sirianni getting that Gatorade bath. Well deserved from both of these teams to make it to this point, and well done to the Philadelphia Eagles for an absolutely just insane offensive game that kept them in that game because the Raiders came to play. It is now time for that trophy ceremony. This game could have gone either way. And there is Saquon Barkley with Nick Sirianni accepting the Lombardi trophy. And with that is the first What If episode. And exactly what I wanted to happen, happened. Some teams that are pretty low on the ladder right now, such as the Panthers, made it to the NFC Championship. And teams that are at the top of their game, such as the Chiefs, were eliminated in like the first round of the playoffs. I just want to thank everyone for watching. This was a different type of video that I haven't attempted before, and I'm looking forward to doing more. I also want to apologize for how my voice may sound during this video. I've been quite sick the last few weeks with both COVID and pneumonia, and I'm still recovering. So, talking for long periods of time has been quite difficult, but there was no way I wasn't getting this video out and this content out. I'm excited to be a part of the Hive. I'm excited to be making content, and I will tell you now, there's a lot more coming your way, especially Madden content, to keep an eye out. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.